Hi everyone, it is May 2nd. Today is the Friday. I had said originally that I would be finishing my carnivore journey tomorrow, May 3rd, which is this Saturday. For anyone who hasn't watched the last video, I decided to do carnivore just for 10 days to see what could change, what could happen, what could be achieved in such a short period of time. I have a business event tomorrow that includes lunch. I have a business event on Sunday that includes breakfast and lunch, and then we're off to Disneyland Paris on Monday. So I just wanted to see, do you know what, last minute, what would happen if I just went carnivore for 10 days. And it's been really, really interesting. So I was 72.7 kg 10 days ago. It was Wednesday of last week. Today is Friday. And today I weighed in at 70.1. So that is 2.6 kg lost in 10 days. Now, is that water weight? Is that all the things? Maybe. It could be. I don't mind. I just wanted to see what could be done in a short period of time, which has been really interesting because I now know that if I have an event coming up that I could, again, even if it's only reducing bloating and losing water weight, I could slim down in time for an event. Great. Delighted. Now, interesting, what I've learned. I've learned a few things. I've already mentioned some of them in the last video, so I won't go over them again. But what I have learned this week doing carnivore is I used cream. So regular cream, 100% cream that I manually whipped myself in a bottle. You shake it and it whips up. I've been using that for coffee. Last time and all the other times I did carnivore, I did not have coffee. I did not have tea. I did not have dairy. It was literally just meat, eggs, salt and water. That's it. This time around I included dairy. I included, although it was just milk and some cream, I had tea and coffee, which is black tea. I had one chamomile tea, and then I also had seasonings. Other than that, it's just been meat and eggs. I have found that having cream has actually made me bloated, and it's really interesting because I never had an issue with cream before, or I never knew that I had an issue with cream before. And even in such a restricted, eliminated diet, I didn't expect to find something out about myself and my body. Why do I say that I feel bloated and stuff? A, I feel bloated. B, I went down to 69.9, so I went into the 60s a few days ago, and then I had some cream, and then I went from 69.9 up to 70.4, I think, and then yesterday it was 70.5, and then today I was back down to 70.1. But I could feel it in myself. I could feel kind of bloated. I could feel not great. And the only thing I can really put that down to is the cream. So, very interesting. It's a nugget that I can now take with me going forward. Does that mean I'm never going to have cream again? No, I love cream. But at least now I'm aware of that. So if I do have cream at some stage in the future, even if I'm eating all these other things and I don't feel great, I can put it down to that might be the cream, which I wouldn't have thought of before. So that was really cool. Also, my dad's 1 year anniversary is today. I don't feel great emotionally, and I didn't feel great emotionally yesterday. Now, yesterday I really wanted a break. I really wanted to just go and eat loads of stuff, and I was like, you know what, tomorrow I'm just going to weigh in the morning. I'm not going to do carnivore. Today, food-wise, I don't have that emotional pull to eat other stuff. However, I'm giving myself grace that in the throughout the day, if things change, I want to stop the diet today, I will. However, I did have just some eggs for breakfast. I'm still technically carnivore at the moment, and I don't feel the need to eat anything other than carnivore right now. But I am giving myself grace. One thing that would actually prevent me from breaking the diet today is I forgot to take photos this morning because my brain was obviously all over the place. So I weighed myself, but I did not take after photos, and I don't like that. I don't like not having that after photo, or eating something today and then taking an after photo tomorrow, because it's not correct. The after photo, it's not the results of not eating carnivore. Do you know what I mean? So for that reason alone, because of the photograph, I feel like I'm not going to break today. I feel like I'll just push through until tomorrow morning as planned, weigh myself, take a photo, and then get dressed and go to my event. But I am putting it out there that this may be the end of the journey for me today without an after photo, which is not ideal. I don't want to take an after photo. I only thought about after breakfast. I don't want to have an after photo after breakfast or any of that sort of stuff. I want it to be the same as the first one, which is first thing in the morning. So, yeah, that's what I want to say. I'm really, really happy that I did the 10 days. I've learned something about myself. I've learned multiple things about myself, actually. I've learned a great technique to feel better in myself if I have something coming up and I'm not feeling great. I adjusted really well to carnivore, so I think that will really help me going forward to do it again, because I was really like not wanting to do carnivore for a while. And yeah, I've really enjoyed it. I would definitely include the seasonings for myself. I've enjoyed the food more, and yeah, another thing that I did, which I mentioned last time, is I started to do like 2 meals a day, which I've never been a 2 meal kind of day person. It wasn't an intentional thing. I was just trying to push out my breakfast, but I would just eat when I was hungry, and for a lot of the days I was only having 2 meals. I also was intentional with increasing my water intake, and also the weather has been actually really nice here, which it hasn't been in a long time. With the weather being nice, I have been moving more than I had been. Again, this isn't a whole thing of like I'm going out to do walks and stuff. It's just a case of like the weather's nice, so I'm going out and doing things. So my activity has improved, my water has improved, so they'll obviously have an impact on my body as well. So I just wanted to put that out there. But yeah, I'm really glad with how things went. Again, about 2.5 kilos down in 10 days, feeling a lot better, even if I am feeling a little bit bloated. Had a really good experience on carnivore. Learned something about myself food wise, which is fascinating. And even changing my habits of like not eating as much like in the mornings and stuff. It's been really, really great. So that's me for today. I'm going to go and spend the day of my dad's anniversary doing whatever, and I might see you tomorrow with a photograph. If you see a photograph on here, that means that I did not break and I kept on carnivore for today, and I went as planned. But again, I'm giving myself grace to not do that with the day that's in it. Okay, take care.